Okay, so this is the Mulebridge 1 worksheet. We're going to do a few problems here to kind of help you guys along. So the first question, it says to solve the problems in the space provided, show all your work, write your answers in the space on the right. So for the first one, they give you a balanced equation, and they give you an amount to start with. So it says if 8.20 moles of KCl react, calculate the following. And they want us to calculate the mass of KClO3 for A. And we're going to do A just to start here. Okay, so the first thing you want to do then is write down the value that's given in the problem, which is 8.20 moles of KCl. Okay, so then I do my times, goes into, and I drop the label down. That's always my first step, is to drop the label down. So moles of KCl. Okay, now we're going to mass of KCl. So right off the bat, we have our Mulebridge. So this is moles of KClO3. Okay, now the values, or the numbers that I get for this problem for a Mulebridge, since it's mole over mole, I have to look at my coefficients. So for KClO3, I have a 2. And then for KCl, I have a 2. Okay, my moles of KCl cancel out. I'm left with moles of KClO3. Now I want to get to mass of KClO3, so I have to do another times goes into. I drop my label down. So this is moles of KClO3. Okay, and now I want to go to mass of KClO3. Mass of KClO3, which typically I wrote mass, but you actually can write grams because that's the actual label, is grams. Now this is going to be 1 because 1 mole O is equals whatever your mass is for that compound. But for KClO3, we're going to have to calculate the molar mass. So we'll do that up here. So we have potassium, we have chlorine, and we have oxygen. Okay, so for potassium, we have a total of 39.10 for its atomic weight. For chlorine, it's 35.45, and then for oxygen, it's 16.00. Okay, now we have 3 oxygens. The rest of these are just 1. So this actually comes to 48.0. So we're going to add this number, and this number together, and we get, punch it in my calculator, plus 35.45 plus 48, we get 122.55. And that's, of course, grams over moles. So here's the gram part. That number's attached with grams. So we just plug it right back in. So it's 122.55 grams. And then this is our setup. So you multiply everything on top. So it's 8.2 times 2 times 122.55, and divide by everything on the bottom. So since this is a 1, you just really divide that number then by 2, and that should get you your answer.